Hello, my relatives. My spirit's name is Horse Dreamer, and I shake your hand with a good heart as I stand here. And I thank you all for your time. I want to thank Bonnie for asking us here to speak about the work that we do, and OBC and TLPI for facilitating this conference, and all you all for coming here. I think to begin with, I'd like to talk a little bit about how I came here, the healing that horses do, and how it, first of all, healed me, or is still healing me in the work that I do. I began working with horses in the prison system in Carson City, Nevada. Wild horses, they're quite a bit different than domestic horses. And a lot of the values that horses hold, we used to have as Indian people. And the family units that they live in bands that still roam in a lot of our western states, that they roam freely that way. And the values that they keep, and how they teach those values to us. The work that I started doing in the clinical work was with veterans with post-traumatic stress, men and women combat vets, from military sexual trauma to traumatic brain injury, and afterwards drug and alcohol dependency, to deal with this dark man that came out of them to protect themselves while they were in war and combat. So I have a video here I'd like to share with you all, and then I'll expand a little bit more on that after the video. So thank you. You go ahead and roll the video.
The first, most important thing I need to tell you is I'm a real person, a human being. I live, I breathe, I dream. I don't dream anymore. I try to function, but a lot of that's been taken and stripped away from me due to circumstances that I've been through. I've been exposed to things that would blacken the heart of most people. I deployed with the 1st Marine Division Joint Special Task Force. We were on the front lines the entire way. There was a lot of just senseless destruction, senseless slaughter in the name of nothing. I taste the metal in my mouth still. I hear the ringing in my head still. I thought that suicide was the only way out, that killing myself was the only way to escape from pain. I was very skeptical, super skeptical of the program. I was like, what is a horse going to do that I don't already know?
Program was originally developed to save wild horses and provide a sanctuary for them. It's blossomed into a sanctuary for healing and provides a unique opportunity for veterans that builds their confidence and their ability to attune with another safe animal.
I have traumatic brain injury, L1 through L4 fracture, T12 fracture. My hand was filleted, just all the metacarpal bones. My arm is shattered here. I have a brand new hip from the military, knee shattered 3 pieces. But none of that matters because all that shit healed. What really matters is the psychological damage that was done. I don't know if I'm coming or going most days. That's how I feel at home. I don't leave my house because of what's happened. I've defended your freedom, but now I'm a prisoner in my own home. A soldier, a person who suffered trauma, real trauma, knows that they're not free anymore. These horses, they just want to say, hey, that doesn't matter. What are you going to do in this round pen that mattered? Being with the horses creates all new possibilities in life. It creates new channels. It's like forging new rivers through stone that it's like I look at a mountain and I go, I never could be able to climb that mountain. And a horse bores right through it. And it says, no, I'm right here, homie. I'm right in your face. I'm right here. And it's gonna be me and you. And if you don't lock step with me, if you don't stay focused with me, I'm a wild, amazing, magnificent creature. I don't have to pay attention to you. It's just very humbling.
I'm going to ask you for a situation that gets you really angry. And we're going to try to break it down and see if we can get to the fear and sadness, okay? When unprocessed fear and sadness are mixed together, you get an explosion called anger.
I had one thing in mind, and that was eliminate the threat.
Are they really a threat?
Yeah.
So let's talk about this. This is what's important.
We all want to knee-jerk react with that anger because we're already hypervigilant. We're already all on guard.
So how do we slow your reflexes down? That's what I'm hearing, right?
Yeah,
How do we slow that down?
Yeah, all the stuff that happened over there, all the stuff that's happening in your life now, everything that's going on, you have to stay present.
You are able to change. Every single person here is able to change. You're here. Why did you come here?
Well, I'm here because nothing else I've done has worked. After Operation Anaconda, I always felt like something wasn't right. I was scared to say anything because I didn't want to be judged. But I was definitely, something was wrong. I wasn't the top-notch soldier anymore. I wasn't the go-to guy anymore. And then I went to college and, tried to do that, and I did great the first year. And then, like, everything just imploded. I don't even know what triggered it. I can't even, it's like I just went off the deep end, Like I had no love for myself. Just, felt like I was a horrible person. And this time last year, I was sitting in a Walmart parking lot with a gun in my mouth. I pulled the trigger. It was empty. It was empty, and which usually isn't the case, but I had cleaned it and just forgot to reload it. And my heart's racing now just even thinking, because it wasn't for attention. It was to make it just everything go away.
22 veterans are committing suicide a day. If 22 anything committed suicide, 22 football players committed suicide a day, 22 cops committed suicide a day, if 22 senators, if one senator committed suicide a day, it's going to be national news forever. 22 of my brothers commit suicide daily. We are losing an entire generation of men and young women to this epidemic. This is an epidemic that could be prevented by exposing them to 3 days of a program that works. It's not smoke and mirrors. There's no bunch of feely good stuff walking around. It's just you and the horse. When it really comes down to it, it's just you and a horse.
The horse I'm working with is Brave Thunder.
There you go, good.
It's scary, it's a big wild animal, it's like one swift kick and that's it. But when I start working through it, I learn a lot of things.
So are you getting closer or bigger?
Yeah, my horse was stubborn. I see everybody else doing put your hands up and, face your stomach towards his back hind side, and get him to walk around. Okay, I think I got this. I go to do it, and we're not having that. So we have to try a different tactic.
Keep flopping, there. Good. Okay, good. Now once he's doing it,
There you go.
then you can start getting softer.
There you go.
He said, I'm gonna ask you to move this way, and I mean it. And he was like, I don't know if you really do. Right?
Yeah.
You said, no, I really mean it. You stood your ground, or you stood your position, until he said, okay,
I got you.
I got you.
All right. Come on. You got dinner. There you go. Feel pretty good.
Well done.
Building up that little bit of confidence yesterday and bringing it into the ring and just establish more confidence today. Just a bond with the horse in general. It was pretty surreal.
Stay low.
It's something about being in the ring with a horse. It's impossible to tell a horse otherwise than what you're really feeling. It's kind of a gut check in a sense. I don't think he sees right or wrong. I think he just sees me for me. It's pretty cool. cool concept to be able to be yourself without being judged. It kind of helps me reevaluate my life in general.
You gotta work. Go on. Come on.
Apparently, we both like to have fun, so I'm bringing it out in him, he's bringing it out in me.
It's a non-judgmental, safe, peaceful environment. The horse says, bring what you are. I'll meet you where you're at, and we'll dance together, and we'll heal together.
You learn real quick because these are very powerful animals. They want you to be a part of their world, but they're not going to just give it to you. You have to earn it. As a veteran, I respect that honesty because nothing in the military is given. It's all earned.
There you go. Just walk around behind your horse. Remember the game you were playing before. Think of the invisible rope, dude. Don't let the rope constitute this relationship. There you go. Easy does it. Think of the hip. Nice, man.
That connection that you have can't be described. It can only be experienced.
You're all right. Just do your thing and trust that he'll do his. Trust that he'll do his. You're okay. You're okay. You're still holding him. You stopped him. Beautiful. You know what it is to stop a wild Mustang with nothing? I don't think you do.
I found an inner peace and joy inside me that I haven't felt since my son was born.
The horses look for leadership. You don't have to be strong to be a leader. You have to be present. You have to be aware. You have to be mindful. This is all mindfulness.
There he comes. There's your horse, X.
You can hear God whispering through the horse's breath.
This program, I still can't even comprehend it. It's amazing. It challenges you to reevaluate your life if you're headed in a downward spiral, you know. There's so many other alternatives. It serves no purpose to take your own life. There's so much more you can do on this earth. And I'm actually coming to terms with that.
This program has truly saved my life. The thing is, I'm actually looking towards the future now. I wasn't doing that a week ago.
These horses have taken that dark side away. They've gentled me. I thought I came here to gentle them. They gentled me. And I'm the better for it. And in that process, I get to give back to them, and they get to find a home someday, maybe. How cool is that? I don't feel that taking my life is a choice anymore. It's not an option. These horses have shown me that I am part of something bigger than myself.
Thank you all for taking the time to watch that. It's a powerful video. It's horses have taught me a lot, and like that man said, his name is Xavier. I know him well, and the horses gentle us all. There's a lot of things they have to offer. In therapeutical language, we call this equine-assisted cyclotherapy, and I was talking with Bonnie a little bit about that, and I wanted to. We use that term because it's a Eurocentric term, but this is about tribal healing and healing with our native traditions. So I have a workshop, and I encourage you all to come. It's on Friday, and it's called The Way of the Horse, and it's how horses behave in their world and how we used to behave. They have a lot to re-educate us about how we are and how things are to be in balance with all of creation. Wild horses. They're different than domestic horses in that they don't need to be with us. They have three things that they depend on to stay alive, and the main one is safety. and then they have food and play, and they'll always give up food and play for safety. Part of having healthy relationships and healing is to being safe to be around. And as men, sometimes our ego and our anger gets in the way, and they tend to be good educators of us to help us to understand that we have to be safe and not victimize other people. And being in the pen with a wild horse, you get humbled real quick because they don't have to be with you. And this way of being with the horse is not by force or by brutality, it's by connection only, where the horse chooses to be with you. When you have a 1,000-pound horse that chooses to be with you, that can be very powerful, where he feels that you're safe. Because believe it or not, they're more scared of us than we are of them, and they're 10 times our size, 10 times our weight. So being in connection with their energy and with the Creator's energy is a powerful thing, because it shows you things about yourself that can be very tough to look at. For myself, I can speak about that. They teach us to be congruent, to mean what we say and say what we mean, and not to say it in a mean way, but to be real. For therapy, the horses are good because I heard vets say this many times, that they're sick of sitting in rooms and talking about their feelings. They want to be out and be in something that's experiential. And it's hard for a man or a woman vet, or a man or a woman, anyone that's been victimized, to talk and share with another human being for fear of being judged, or fear of what they share that might be shared with another without their permission. So there's some fear there. With the horse has no agenda. It's just you and the horse, and then a facilitator, a therapist, and a clinician. So it's a safe environment. And being a clinician in many of these clinics, I've come into these clinics with groups of women that suffered military sexual trauma. And being a man, their defenses are immediately up. But using the horses to help them overcome their trauma, at the end of the clinic, they felt a little hope. And hope is very powerful when you're someone that suffered trauma as extreme as some of these women have. So my hope is to continue doing this work and sharing this with you all, and sharing this with the Native community, and bringing this way of the horse back to the people, that they can heal, because they're a gift. And teach it to the young children who are trying to do this now, the Bishop Pipe Tribe and Toyabe Indian Health Project, because their youth are our future. If we can teach to the youth now, before they become like I did, perhaps, in a prison, away from my family and loved ones, and have to learn the hard way. If we teach it to our youth now, they can teach it to their youth, and so on and so forth, and get our ways back, and learn how to be healthy individuals and treat each other with respect and honor. Honor our women, honor our children, honor our elders, and not abuse them. Through the way of the horse. So I encourage you all, please attend the workshop. And I look forward to seeing you all there. Thank you.